Hello.
Hello, am I audible and visible?
Yeah. Good morning.
Oh,
How have you
yeah,
been?
good morning. Good morning, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. All
it's
right.
clear. Am I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you're pretty visible and audible.
So how have you been?
I have been good. Thank you so much for asking. How have you been?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you.
Right. Okay. That's lovely to know. Right. And how are things going for you anyway? Like what's up with English practice? What all are you doing these days?
Things are planning good for me,
Mm-hmm.
and though it's a bit slow,
Okay.
the pace that I'm going through is a bit slow as per my expectation, but
Hmm.
it's good.
Right. Okay. It's a little slow. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's a little slow?
Because I have not been able to meet the deadline. The deadline after deadline is passing by, and I think I should have gotten whatever
Hmm.
I had desired or
Yeah.
whatever I had expected from myself, but I have not been able to. Yet it's going good.
Right. Right. Okay. Makes sense. Hmm. Never mind. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that you'll kind of rise up to the expectations. But I think you're a pretty good speaker right now as well. So I would love to know from you about what your expectations for the future are. Where do you want to see yourself?
I have always told this since I have been teaching.
Hmm.
The main idea behind starting on my speaking journey was, can I become spoken English tutor as well?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I had been teaching for such a long time, almost a
Yes.
lifetime,
Yes.
and I have taught English grammar for around the same years as
Yeah.
well. So when
Yeah.
I started practicing, I wanted to become a tutor,
Right.
and last 1.5 year I have taught around 10 or 12 students. None
Right.
of them have stayed with me, only a few. Like to have
Okay.
stayed with me, and they have improved to such an extent where from zero they can be called A2 level speakers.
That's very
So
good.
I feel that I am on right path, but
Hmm.
at the same time, whatever my expectations are, like
Hmm.
getting selected on such apps, that
Yeah.
is not being true till now.
Okay. Okay. So do you think like the students not staying with you, have you looked at it as kind of a lack on your part or a lack of your efforts, or do you think they are not staying because of some other reason?
Sometimes it might be, maybe because some of them left only after 2 or 3 sessions. Maybe
Yeah.
they were not happy with me. The
Yeah.
other times I feel maybe that after a month they feel that okay, whatever I had to, I have already achieved. Now I should go forward to enrolling myself in reputed institutions like British Council or British
Hmm.
Lingua. So that also was a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. No worries. But are you also kind of trying to enjoy the language? Are you reading something or watching something?
Definitely. Recently, I started reading Harry Potter, so I
Oh,
was amazed that I had not thought of trying this earlier.
yeah.
I had heard about this quite a time, and even in the initial days of mine, I had been
Right.
recommended to read this, but I somehow procrastinated it. And now,
Yeah.
when I started, I
Hmm.
enjoyed it to such an extent that
Yeah.
I'm about to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yes. Okay. All right. So I hope that you enjoy Harry Potter. I also actually haven't read Harry Potter because when I was growing up, everyone used to tell or talk so much about Harry Potter that I got frustrated and I was like, I'm never going to read this book. This is too popular for me. But I kind of regret that in retrospect because now I really like I feel like I'm not part of those discussions where people are discussing their houses and
Okay,
whatnot.
so if you have
So
missed
maybe
it, you
yeah,
should
I'll
definitely
start
try
from. Yeah, yeah,
because
definitely.
you love
I will
reading,
definitely start.
and all those people who love reading will definitely enjoy this for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have you read or watched Game of Thrones? Like the book name is Song of
Mm,
Fire and Ice, I guess.
no,
No, right? That is a good book. I mean, that is a good series as well. I watched it. I haven't read it, but it's good. If you like fantasy, if you like Harry Potter, maybe
So
that can be something
Game
you.
of Thrones is also based on a novel.
Yes, based on a series
Okay,
of novels, Song of Ice and Fire, or
okay.
Fire and Ice.
I
Sorry,
was
Song
not
of.
aware of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it is. And I think the books are better than the series, is what I have heard. The series is also
definitely.
well made till the first few seasons. Later on, I think it deteriorated. Yeah,
And I have heard this discussion so many times that if
yeah.
there are movies based on any novel, we should
Yeah,
definitely try novel first if we like reading.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
Because you know that the novel also gives you an opportunity to imagine things for yourself. You imagine how the character looks, what the character wears, and
yeah,
in the
and
series,
at the
yeah,
same time, another fact is that movies or maybe series,
yeah,
they have some restrictions. Maybe they can't include everything that has been detailed in the novel
yeah,
because of
yeah,
time constraint or whatever it is, but they cut short a few aspects of the novel for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Yes, actually, that absolutely I think makes a lot of sense. But do you like watching more or do you like reading more?
uh, to some extent I feel reading is something that I enjoy more, and I am using it to some extent because I have started recently doing all these things. So sometimes it feels that I'm hooked to watching, and then I enjoy doing that. But more often, if I can buy a book and read it, then I would definitely prefer that.
Yeah. Right, right. Yeah. Has there ever been a movie or a series that you probably liked more than the book?
Uh, till now, I haven't been to any such incidents till now, so I can't say on that. But like I was telling you about the Harry Potter, so
Yeah.
I was not
Yeah.
even aware of the movie series. So I
Oh,
was told that there is movie series as well,
yeah.
and because I was curious to finish it as soon as possible, and I
Yeah.
knew because of the timing I was not able to, so I just thought of checking it, or I
Right.
watched the movie, and then I
Right.
found out that the first three chapters of the novel
Hmm.
has been covered in just 3 or 4 minutes. So the moment I realized that, I stopped watching it. So I thought first I'll finish the book and then only I will go to watch the movie.
Hmm.
So in that sense, I think they I won't be able to enjoy any movie better or more than the novel, I guess.
Right. Right. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Now, as I can see, there has been no topic assigned to your session, maybe because of the number of session that you're at. They're still kind of updating the session notes, but that's not a problem. We can just talk about anything random or spontaneous. But I would probably give you the opportunity to decide on the topic today because every day I decide or I get to decide. You can probably tell me what you want to talk about today.
Yeah, we can do any activity,
Activity?
and
What kind
yeah,
of activity
related to
do you?
like storytelling or
Mm-hmm.
interview type,
Yeah, storytelling is a nice activity.
maybe a
Yeah, so
conversation
let's
between
start.
two friends. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
or storytelling in the sense that two lines from my side or two lines from your side, or
Oh,
maybe I
that.
can go on and on my own as well.
Hmm. Yeah, what we can do is probably start with one proper story from your side where you get to decide everything. I'm going to just challenge you with some theme or some characters maybe. I just want to see how imaginatively you can create a story. And in the next round, maybe we can do a relay storytelling activity. Okay.
Okay,
So in the
yeah,
first story, I want to challenge you. So I'm going to give you some tricky elements. So maybe you have to mandatorily have a dragon as a character. And what else? How do I challenge you more? Okay, maybe it's about a scared dragon, a dragon that is scared of people, not the traditional image of dragons that we have in mind. So let's see what story you can make about a scared dragon.
A dragon that is scared of people.
Yes, you can take like 2 minutes to think. It should ideally have a title, and if there's a moral, that's good. If not, that's fine as well.
Hmm, okay. So, long time ago, there lived a boy in a village.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
He he was so passionate about animals, and he was lucky that his village was near a forest. So he used to visit that forest ever since childhood, and he was not scared of any animal at all. Once he was going to that forest again. This boy is around 10 years old, and he finds that I have watched a dragon near in that forest, and I want to experience that again. So he goes there again, though he had been told not to go near forest, because when his guardian found out that he visits near the forest on a regular basis, they warned him that you don't have to go that side. But yet sometimes he just finds some way to visit that because he enjoys it a lot. And one day he found this dragon who is scared of people. So he goes there, he plays with the dragon,
Yeah.
and tries to talk with him. And not only this dragon was scared of people, but it had a special talent. It could have talked to people in general way. So they talk with each other. And this boy tells him that I have watched many dragons. In fact, not in real life, but I have watched a few of them on television or others uh, in stories in other ways. But I can't find any of those virtues in you. So then he goes on explaining that what kind of virtues he found in those dragons and how this one is missing all of them. So after listening to all, this dragon tries to focus on those activities, and then the next time when the boy visits and finds out the same dragon, he gets scared because this dragon has got a hang of those activities, and he saw him doing all those things and he got scared, and from there onward he decided that okay, from now onwards I'm not going to visit near the forest again.
Okay. Very nice. And what would the title be of the story?
The title could be uh, how a boy helped a dragon to regain his qualities.
Okay, that's good. That's long title. Good. All right. That's a very good story. So in the next activity, we are going to do a relay storytelling kind of activity, and for that, I would give you the advantage of choosing the first one or two lines, maybe, and from there we can just continue adding our bits. There shouldn't be any theme to begin with. Let's just see where we go with our imaginations.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you can probably start.
So uh, in the summer of the month of July, I was standing on a bus stop. It is sweltering hot. I can bear the brunt of temperature, and I'm waiting for the bus. But next moment, I find a girl wearing red frock suit. She get off the auto and then comes and stand in the bus stand nearby me. I have forgotten that why I'm here, what I want to do. The next moment, the bus comes for which I was waiting. The girl get on that bus, but I'm amazed. I couldn't go. I was just waiting there. Over to you.
Okay. Okay. So, what did you say the girl was wearing? I couldn't hear those words.
A red frock suit,
A red fox shoe.
frock suit.
Frock. Okay, frock. So a red frock and shoes, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And you were amazed to see the girl.
yeah.
Okay. You haven't told me why you were amazed specifically.
So
Because
it's over to you.
yeah,
You have to
yeah. So
decide.
I can just do whatever I want to do with the frock. So the girl goes away, and I am still standing at the bus stop. um, Immediately after the goes away, my senses come back to me, and I feel like I have seen the girl somewhere, and she seems eerily familiar. There was something about her that I wanted to know, and somehow I just wanted to follow her and see where she goes. So the next thing that I do is call up a taxi and ask the driver to follow the bus. I look at the bus, and I follow where the bus goes. And after stopping at 5 or 6 stops, when she still hadn't gotten down, I started feeling a little frustrated. I thought that I might have missed her getting down somewhere, though I was quite certain that I had my eyes on the bus all the time. But still, my suspicions crept onto me, and I was almost on the verge of giving up when I saw at the next stop the girl gets down. And as I see, she gets down at the bus stop, looks on both the sides of the street, and crosses to go on the other footpath. I mean, yeah, over to you.
Mm. Though it was my though it is my first day, I mean since it is my first day of my master course, and I was standing on the bus for going to college. I recalled all this, and then I had to rush to my college. So I reached the college, and the moment I entered my class, I found the same girl as my teacher. Over to you.
Okay, okay. Uh, what was the last word that you used as my
As my teacher.
teacher?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
interesting.
she was the professor of the class,
Okay,
and I
professor.
was amazed to see that okay, this girl looked quite younger to
Yeah,
me
that's
as
what I.
well, and yet she is a professor, and I am here for my classes.
Okay, that turned well. Let me think where to take it from there. Mm, how do I change that narrative? It's tricky. You put me in a tricky place. But her age still deluded me because I was pretty certain that she was young, quite young, and I had doubts about her qualifications now, given that she looked so young and she also seemed to be a professor. So I went up to her and I thought of asking her directly. About the entire ordeal because she seemed approachable. And I told her, ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, would you tell me more about your qualifications and which year you have passed out from which institute? Over to you.
And after I got the answers, I thought that yes, she can be valuable for me in the terms of whatever I desire, because she has gone through similar things that I'm going through,
Okay.
and I can take the advantage of that. I can be in connection with her to such an extent that can help me find my way more appropriately.
Okay, okay. I talked to the professor about my ordeals and I told her about my life journey as well and what I desire and how I want to achieve my aims and aspirations. She felt, she almost seemed happy to be in that position to help me out. She said that she would do whatever it would take to bring me out of that situation and help me and guide me out of it. And I was pretty happy to hear that. And I was grateful that I followed her and I had the courage to speak to her. Now, what you can do is end the story.
Yeah, and then I was happy to get her help and achieve whatever I wanted to. And from there onwards, I felt that I would be always grateful to her because whatever I was looking for, I got from her side, and that helped me to succeed.
Right. Very good. Nice. That was a nice story. But have you ever had like a teacher or a professor like this in real life who kind of helped you with your aspirations or goals?
No, not at all. And in fact, I was not even thinking the story would go in this direction.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. But maybe that's something that you have probably wanted from your life, right? Like a teacher who guides you or someone who kind of can help you with your aspirations. That's why maybe subconsciously this flew into the narrative.
Not really,
Not really.
because I don't think, I mean, whatever I wanted in my life, that is something different.
Okay.
And for that, I never needed a quality guide from anyone. I just needed the opportunity which I couldn't. And that's why I have never felt like that.
Right. Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. But what about you, your life as a teacher? Do you think you have been able to be a guide to certain people as well?
For the time being, since I have been teaching only teenagers, and none of them have done that great. Like
Hmm.
I have taught maybe a dozen of plus two students. All of them have scored pretty meager or pretty normal marks in their exam, 60 around 65 or 70. So I don't think I have helped them. And to another fact that it's not that I'm saying that those who score 65 or 70 cannot do anything. It's just that they did not have anything particular in their mind and they could not get any realistic idea from me
Right.
on their path as well. So it was just like a teacher student to complete the course, and after that, the relation ended.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so that was a very nice session. That was a wonderful round of conversation. On that note, final feedback wise, I think you're a very good speaker. You speak well with a calm and composed demeanor, which is something that is very, very impactful as well. So good job at that. I think while you were telling the story in one or two places, there were certain just very few mistakes, like the girl get up on the bus. It should have been either the girl got up or gets up, right? Depending on the
Yeah.
tense that you're using. So I feel like
Got
even
on,
I
yeah.
do. Yeah, I do these mistakes when you're kind of spontaneously thinking and making a story and saying. So it's not a major mistake, but I still thought that I would just say that so that you're more conscious about it from
Oh,
there on.
yeah.
Right. But otherwise, I did not find any mistake as such. You were a pretty good speaker, and the stories also turned out amazingly well. So good job.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if you have any question, you can ask me.
Uh, Nothing in particular. Just
Mm-hmm.
if you can share any book that I could look forward to reading.
Maybe read The Silent Patient. It's a good book. Maybe you'd
The
like it.
Silent
Patient.
Patient. Okay.
Yeah, it's a psychological thriller. It's a nice book. I have suggested it to a lot of people. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then maybe read it and then we can have a conversation about the book.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for joining today. Hope to meet you soon. Bye bye.
Likewise. As
Yeah.
always, it was lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
for
you.
now.
Bye. See you. Take care. Bye.
See you.